right, we're going to go ahead and get started. Good evening, everyone, and welcome to the webinar this evening. I want to start by saying thank you for investing your time. The fact that you're here tells me something important about you, that you're just not satisfied with simply making a paycheck. You are looking for a better way to build wealth and create financial security that you deserve. And you want to leave a legacy that impact generation to come. My name is Steve Ojeshina. I'm the founder, CEO of Freedom Wealth Elevation. Today, I'm going to share a proven framework that prevent people from living paycheck to paycheck on high income and start building real asset, start to create multiple streams of income and designing a future where money doesn't really money becomes a tool instead of a source of stress. So this session is going to cover 3 ideas that I've used during my webinars and also with my client. You start with the right mindset. Number 1, the right mindset. The second one is the right strategy. And the third one is consistent execution of your goals. So income alone doesn't create wealth. Hard work alone doesn't create wealth. Even intelligence does not create wealth. If I should ask you, what is your money doing when you're asleep or when you're on vacation? What is your money doing when you're asleep or on vacation? So throughout this section, I want to encourage you to ask questions at the end. And I want you to stay to the very end, because the final strategy becomes the turning point that changes everything for you. So let me ask you a question. When you hear the word wealth, what is the first thing that comes to your mind? When you hear the word wealth, what's the first thing that comes to your mind? Is it income or asset? Is it income or asset? You can put on the chat for me. And let me ask you another question. If nothing changed financially for you over the next 5 years, will you be happy where you are headed right now if nothing changed in the next 5 years? If the answer is no, then you are in the right place. If the answer is no, you are in the right place. So, let me say this to you. The reason you're not wealthy yet is not what you've been told. The reason you're not wealthy today, or the reason you're not wealthy yet, is not what you've been told. It is not your income. It's not your income at all. And it's not your IQ. Okay? Because high earners can be one paycheck away from financial disaster. One paycheck away from financial ruin. And it's not your IQ, because smart people go broke as well. The reason you're not wealthy yet is not your fault. The reason is you were never taught how to turn your income into creating wealth. You've never been taught how to use your income that you work so hard for to create lasting wealth for you and your family. Now, we go to school. They teach us everything about the classes that we're taking, but they never teach us anything about how to turn our income into wealth. They ask you to work hard, earn a paycheck, but they never taught us what to do once the paycheck arrives. But the good news is that this is a financial education gap that can be solved or that can be fixed. If you stop chasing only paycheck and start to acquire businesses, investment in the stock market, retirement asset, real estate investment, and other investment opportunities that are out there, you will be on your way to creating financial freedom and financial transformation that you deserve. So let's use this opportunity to start to think about how we can close the gap. Okay, so let me close the gap Let's close the gap together with one shift that changed everything, which is deployment of your income into asset. Deployment of income into asset. That's what creates wealth. So who is this webinar for? People that are ready to roll up their sleeves and people that are dedicated to improving their financial status, professionals, current and future business owners that confuse income with wealth, high income earners that are ready to increase their net worth. Because a lot of people make money, they earn high income, but their net worth doesn't really tell the story they're looking for. So people that are willing to delay gratification for a better tomorrow. People that are willing to be disciplined by creating monthly budget so that you can understand what comes in and what goes out. That way you can manage your expenses effectively. So I want to be clear about who this webinar is not for. This section is not for information collectors who attend every webinar, but they never act. Because this webinar will not benefit you at all. It's not for the people that are looking for quick win opportunities or shortcuts. We're looking for people that are willing to follow a proven framework. It is for wealth builder, ready to act on a blueprint. Because the knowledge you gain, if you don't use them, it will not move you forward into creating financial freedom that you deserve. We are looking for opportunities to create lasting change, not collecting more data. So by the end of this webinar, you will walk away with some clear takeaways. And the first one is why income doesn't equate to wealth. Why income does not equate to wealth. Because some people still confuse income with wealth. That's a trap that keep high earners stuck. The second one is the right vehicles that build wealth beyond just making higher income. The right vehicles that create lasting wealth. And number three, the last one is the one shift, the mindset that changed the wealth strategy, the mindset. So these three topics will be some of the things I'm going to touch on this evening. So I want to address the question why you should listen to me. When I started my financial journey, I didn't have any advantages at all. I didn't have no mentor. I didn't have no coach. I didn't have no money at all. So over the last 3 decades or so, I've experienced what I call the journey from financial doubt to financial confidence. So I work in corporate America as an engineer, and I retired. A year after that, I operated 17 beauty salons that I started from ground up. I still have 10 of them in operations today. I invested in real estate, in the stock market. Now I dedicate my life to coaching professionals, business owners, to transform their income into creating lasting wealth. I want you all to know something, that this presentation is not about me. It's about you. It's about a doctor making 6 figures, but wondering if there's a better way to use that income to create lasting wealth for their family. It's about the engineers, the nurses, the professionals, the business owners, or future entrepreneurs who has worked very hard, worked incredibly hard, but yet still feel like financial freedom is a little out of reach. It's about someone who achieved career success, but wonders if there's a better way than simply just working more hours, working more overtime, saving more money, and hoping everything will be fine one day. So during this section, I will provide a framework to shorten the journey to financial freedom. Because financial freedom is an opportunity for everybody, as long as you're willing to work hard for it, to persevere, to delay gratification, and put your income into the right vehicles to create lasting wealth. You're going to hear me say this quite often during this section. So I spent 28 years in corporate America. After retiring, I went out, like I said, to build multiple successful businesses. That's what I call multiple streams of income. But I also experienced some failures along my journey, because a lot of people talk about their successes. I talk about both. Because if you're going to be successful, you're going to go through some trials and tribulations, where some people call it failures. And believe me, I'm not shy about talking about my failures. That's what gave me the freedom, the experience, the knowledge that I have today, that I'm able to mentor my clients, to help them to avoid some of the mistakes that I made and point them in the right direction so that they can get to where I got to even quicker. So when I first started my financial journey, all I had was faith. All I had was faith. I worked so hard, and I have unshakable belief that where you start has nothing to do with where you finish. Where you start has nothing to do with where you finish. I'm going to talk about 5 things. I call it words of wisdom at the end. So today, like I said, I mentor entrepreneurs, and I'm very passionate about that, about mentoring other people that are in need of the help that I provide. So my goal during this section is to lay the foundation for wealth building and provide you with a blueprint and inspire you along the way as well. That if an immigrant like myself that came to the United States with $600, I work in a restaurant washing dishes for $3.35 an hour. If I can build wealth, so can you. So I would like to drill this statement into your mind that income doesn't create wealth, assets do. Let me repeat that. Income does not create wealth, assets do. I mean, I have my own setback when I first started. I chased races. I want to make more money. I was looking for promotions. I worked long hours. My income climbed, but my wealth didn't move at all. Remember this. Your paycheck, if you stop working from 9 a.m. to 5 p.m., your paycheck stops. But an asset will keep on working for you, even when you sleep or when you're on vacation. So wealth is built on structure, not efforts. Wealth is built on structure, not efforts, not working harder. You have to have a structure in place to be able to create lasting wealth. Because if you have a system, nobody will ever tell you that you are lucky to be wealthy. If you have a good system that will allow you to get there, because system beats luck all day long. So the wealthy people stop pouring energy into earning more money, but they channel the energy into asset creation, using the right vehicles to create assets that produce lasting cash flow for them and their family. So if assets are the answer to creating wealth, which I know it is, so the next question is, which asset are you using today to create lasting wealth? But before we get to those vehicles that create wealth, I want to share some bad news with you all. I want to share some bad news with you all. So some of this very painful. 50% of Americans earning over $100,000 a year are living paycheck to paycheck. 50% of Americans making over $100,000 a year are living paycheck to paycheck. No, those are the six-figure earners. The ones everybody assume got it figured out. They got it figured out. They're doing fine. I'm here to tell you that's not the case, because 50% of them are not doing fine. Income and wealth are two different things, and most people learn it a little too late. I don't want it to be you. They did what they were told to do. They did what they were taught. Earn more money, work harder, but they were never provided the next steps, the tools, the knowledge, the financial literacy. So let me ask you, be honest with yourself. If your income stopped today, or maybe this month, if your income stopped this month, how long can you survive? Don't put that in a chart. Just put that in a piece of paper next to you. If your income stopped this month, how long can you survive? So how do you make sure that you're not going to be one of those 50% that make good money but live paycheck to paycheck? It starts with the right vehicles that build wealth. Another disturbing data, if 50% of people that make six-figure salary live paycheck to paycheck, I got another bad news for you. 40% of people earning $300,000, between $300,000 to $500,000, 40% of them making $300,000 to about $500,000 also live paycheck to paycheck. Let that sink in for a little bit for you. Those are the top 1% of income bracket in America. Top 1%. And some of them are, this 40% are one paycheck away from financial trouble. So the trap follows you up in the ladder. The more money you make, just buy you bigger version of the same problem. So no salary does what an asset does. So salary does not equate to wealth building. For those who understand this, they were able to elevate their mind and understand very quickly that accumulating assets, buying the right vehicles, the asset in the right vehicles is the way to go. Now, 75%, another data that is very disturbing, 75% of six-figure earners recently reached for a credit card, not for points, because they ran out of cash. Because a lot of these people live paycheck to paycheck. So they have to grab their credit card. Like I said, it's not for points, but to close the gap between their income and their expenses. So our income without asset kind of hides the problem. Buying a nicer lifestyle. Some people call it lifestyle creep. They hide behind lifestyle. The solution is not earning more money. So let me ask you this. When was the last time you reach for your credit card to pay your bills? Or to buy things you can afford? Or to buy things that your paycheck cannot cover? You don't have to put that in the chart. Just think about that for a minute. So start to think, what will it take for you to get out of that? Now, some people say that we have to double their income over 50% of people that make six-figure salary, they say they have to double their income to feel comfortable. Well, that is a trap. Dress up as a goal. They already earn more money than most people will ever make, but they're still hoping that they can double their income to feel comfortable. So the question is, why is it that most people that even double their income still don't feel comfortable? They have bigger houses, expensive car, nice rims. They dine at the most expensive restaurants. They buy name brand clothing and shoes. Well, you cannot earn your way to peace of mind. You cannot earn your way to financial freedom. Security comes from assets that pay you whether you work or not. Now, I would like to focus on moving from problems to opportunities, using the right asset, right vehicles to build asset. So this one of the problems that we have today that a lot of people can fix right now. Americans leave about $24 billion a year in unclaimed 401k company matches every year. So 401k is your company matches 50% of up to 6% of your income. It's like leaving free money on the table. It's like leaving free money on the table. May I ask you this? Let me ask you this. If somebody knocks at your door every month with an envelope for $300 or $500 or whatever it could be, will you turn it down? I know what I would do. I won't turn it down. I will grab that money. So why are you not grabbing the free money through 401k or 403b that your company is going to match? So something to think about. That's one of the vehicles that I'm talking about that can help you build assets. So 55% of workers live paycheck to paycheck. They will live paycheck to paycheck by 2033. And the number is going to go up to 65% by 2043. The point is this number keep going up. The data back in 1997 is only 31% that live paycheck to paycheck. Only 31% back in 1997. But by 2033, about 55% of Americans will be living paycheck to paycheck that are earning six-figure salary. And then by 2043, the number will go to 65%. Okay. So this number is not getting better. It's not moving to the right direction. It's moving to the wrong direction. So that's why it's very, very important for people to elevate their mindset to understand how money works, so that you don't fall in the trap of, because of your high income, you're going to be financially successful. No, you're not. So the cost of doing nothing never feels like a crisis. So most high earners, they never recognize the missed opportunities because it doesn't seem like a sense of urgency. I got time. I still got 25 years to work. I got 20 more years. I get there. I'll start to invest when I'm ready. So you get paid high income, then your lifestyle creep up to match every raise that you get every year. And some people even make good money, but they put the money in a checking account or savings account. So it's like your money is sitting down, not doing anything. And then you low interest. and inflation kind of creep up on that and take a bite of the money you put in a checking account or savings account. So that's why you have to put your money in the right vehicle. And another painful thing that I've seen is some people work 25, 30, 35, 40 years and they retire after working for decades. Millions of dollars have crossed through their hands into their bank accounts. But after retirement, they got nothing to show for. They have nothing to show for. So these are I call it the silent killers. Things that just take your money away. Checking account, money in the checking account or savings account. Living above your means. Not putting your money in the right vehicles. Working for decades. And you retire with nothing to show for. It doesn't seem like there's any kind of sense of urgency. That's why I call it the silent killers that kill people. By the time they realize it, it's a little too late. So the message I'm trying to give you right here is your income doesn't create asset. So I want you, if you continue to ignore the silent killers, you will never accomplish financial freedom that you're looking for. Now, we've seen the cost of waiting and the reward of starting to put, if you put your money in the right, vehicles, you are on your way to creating financial freedom. So, on this chat, I just want to share that there's 3 barriers that prevent people from building real wealth. 3 barriers. So let me talk about those 3 barriers that preventing you from creating financial freedom that you deserve. Barrier number 1, nobody sees this. It's called a wealth vehicle mismatch. Wealth vehicle mismatch. So most high earners believe if they make good money, they'll be financially successful. That's a mismatch. Your paycheck will not get you there. Paychecks are great for income, of course, but they're not so good for creating wealth. Because like I said before, when you stop working, your paycheck stops. You need to fix that. If you that mindset. So the real question is, when are you going to fix it? The other one is you can start to buy businesses, creating ownership in stock markets, because every time you buy a company, you own a share of it. Retirement account, I call it retirement optimization, or real estate. So the real question is, it's not how do I work harder and increase my paycheck. That's not the question you should be asking yourself. The question is, am I even putting my money in the right vehicle? So that's the first barrier. The second barrier is earning and saving more money. If I earn money, I put in a savings account, I get my little tiny interest, I will become wealthy one day. Earning more money without accumulating wealth, without accumulation of assets, will not accomplish your financial freedom. So stop chasing more money and start buying ownership. That's the day everything changed.